Now the Windfree system I have here from Samsung for my air conditioning has some features that I want to talk about today in the video, but also I want to show you how to do some of the regular maintenance and if I'm going to regret putting this at the top of my stairs this high up. Everyone said that the regular maintenance, having it this high up, would be a real challenge, so we're going to see how easy that is to carry out. Also, if you're watching this video and you haven't got a Samsung Windfree system, then you're probably thinking of buying one. So head over to evnic.com/aircon, use code EVNIC75 for £75 on instant online quote. The remote and the app on the Samsung SmartThings app has a reminder to clean this filter. Now the filter at the top just pulls off from the front like that very easily, and there's just one filter on the S2 unit that's a Heatable supply, but some of the other units that you can ask for off Heatable if you want it have an extra filter inside that you have to clean called the tri filter, which is like PM2s and PM1 filters. That is optional, but on this one it's just this mesh filter that we take off here and then we give it a quick hoover and sometimes a wash.
A few moments later.
And then after you've cleaned it off and it's ready to fit, just put the large end, there it goes there. You need to push in the back pins first into the locators.
A few moments later.
And I'll probably need to just get the ladders on the other side just to give that a push down. Oh no, I've not located it in, that's why.
A few moments later.
That's it. Now the assembling parts of the Windfree system is quite easy. The filter obviously comes off. The front cover comes off really easy, so you can clean the micro holes here at the front. You can pull down this automatically yourself, give that a wipe and get rid of all the dust. Now the one huge disappointment for me is obviously behind this, I'm going to take this off, is the basic parts of the air conditioning, the parts that make it work and the parts that get dirty with bacteria. Now Samsung do promote all over their literature for the Samsung Windfree system that it does something called a freeze wash. Now the freeze wash basically super cools this to really, really cold, freezes the whole condenser up here to kill any bacteria, and then it heats it up and dries it off to make sure all the bacteria is clean. This means that you don't have to get professionals in to clean it more regular, and it just prevents extra maintenance on it. The problem is I have a multi-split system, and what Samsung aren't very clear in their literature and advertising is that the multi-split system can't do the freeze wash. If you have a single one of these units on not a multi-split like me with multiple units being fed off one unit, yes you can do the freeze wash, but on my system, which is probably most common for people getting fitted multi-splits, you can't do the freeze wash. Now I assume it's probably more of a software limitation, meaning that software has to be programmed very, very differently, probably a lot more workload to work out how it's going to do a freeze wash with multiple units. But it wasn't obvious in the literature. It wasn't obvious in the Samsung SmartThings app, which basically said turn off all units before starting a freeze wash, making it sound like it works on a multi-split. I had to contact Heatable. Heatable then contacted Samsung for me, and then we got a reply saying it wasn't available. Then in very small print on the literature, it does actually say for single systems only, not for multi-splits. It does do some other types of maintenance though to stop that build-up of bacteria even on the multi-split, which is you can have an auto clean mode. Now what that means is when you turn the unit off, it won't turn off immediately. It counts down and it gives a percentage total here as it's counting down, and that countdown total, it starts to dry out anything that's in there. So instead of being on aircon mode, it shuts off that part of it. It doesn't circulate the gases around. It just blows a fan system over the condensers to dry them, so there isn't that chance for bacteria to grow because it's not in that moist environment for them to grow in. Now, although a lot of features for the app are available on the remote, the majority of the features are available on the Samsung SmartThings app. Now on the SmartThings app, there is huge features that I like. There's add-ons that you can add. You can see the maintenance, the resets of the filters. You can see the diagnostics, if the system's working, if the gas is correct, stuff like that. That's really important to see directly on the user app. But the other thing that I really like that you can do is welcome cooling and welcome heating. You can set an automatic geolocation that when you're coming home, the air conditioning will turn on for cooling the house or heating the house. Now, if you're thinking about learning more about how an air conditioning system can also heat the house, click subscribe, click that notification bell, because when we get into winter, because winter is coming, I will do some videos about how this compares at heating a room compared to my traditional air to water heat pump system that I have installed as well. Now, the system has lots of modes built into the remote here, so we can see when we press it, we have dry, we have fan mode, it just blows a fan like a normal fan. We have heat, which obviously heats the room. And then we have auto, which is basically using AI to detect whether it wants to heat or cool the room based on outside conditions as well as inside conditions. And then we obviously have cool and then dry. Now, dry is a mode that is more frequently used by people here in the UK because what it will do is it will cool a room but try and remove the moisture out of it. Now, instead of being the compressor working on full power, which it would be in cool mode to rapidly cool the room, dry mode will run the compressor at half power and it'll still cool the room, but it will remove the moisture, which is really beneficial here in the UK. If you're in a bit of a hot, sticky weather, lots of rain, but it's not warm enough to justify cooling the room to a really cold temperature, but it feels sticky even though it's about 21, 22 Celsius. So you want to remove some of that moisture, but you don't want to cool the room, then dry is the mode that I tend to use one of the most. Now, we can easily fall asleep in this room now at night because of the Windfree system and keeping the air conditioning system cool. Honestly, once you've had air conditioning, you wonder how you lived your life without it. But what I really like about the features on the Samsung Windfree system is at night when I'm asleep, I don't really want the air conditioning running all night. Now, even though I've got the Windfree system and it's not really wind blowing over me at sleep, the kids sometimes come and join us in bed and often are sleeping on top of the covers and they can get a little bit chilly in the room at night. And because it's a new build and it's well insulated, it does mean that the room in here basically holds the cold temperature for a very, very long time. So what you can do in the Samsung app, the SmartThings app, is you can set schedule. So you can set a schedule for it to turn to Windfree mode at 10:30, which is what I do. That's about the time we get into bed and go to sleep. So I want it to go to Windfree mode automatically. You can set it to any temperature you want. You can set a abundance of settings, but you can also, what I really like, tell it to turn off. So I have it turn off about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So it turns off. And then just before we wake up, we don't want the room to be sweaty. I have it turn back on again about sort of 6:30, just before we're starting to wake up and get out of bed. So you've got this system where you can schedule it around how you want. Now there is obviously the setting of auto and just leaving it on all night. You could have it automatically switch to that. There's a abundance of settings. Again, you can use the welcome cooling, welcome heating, but I do like the fact that you can have a choice of settings of what you do. Now, the one setting that I really are happy that you can turn off is the beep. Every time you press a button, it was beeping. It drove me mad. Turned it off in the Samsung app and it stays off permanently. It doesn't come back on. The light here, although it doesn't look like a light, that display can be turned off. Now, why would you turn it off? Well, in a bedroom like this, when it's dark at night, it can illuminate a room like this fully. And I don't want a bright room when I'm going to sleep. I don't want a bright display when I'm going to sleep. So you can turn the display off. And then when you change a temperature or any setting on it, the light display will turn on for about 10 seconds and then flick back off, which is fine. But once you turn the unit off and on again, the light stays on again. You have to re-turn it off in the Samsung app. It would be nice for it to remember the same as the beep, that once I've turned it off, I want it off. Now, if you're wanting a Samsung Windfree system or any air conditioning system, go to evnic.com/aircon, use code EVNIC75 for £75 off a Heatable install. Check out my Heatable install video here, check out my playlist here all about air conditioning, and I'll see you again on another air conditioning video. Hit subscribe and that bell.